Yeah, I don't know what the 375 weighs, but I know it weighs too much to put it in the Disco Inferno. But what I remembered, because you opened your mouth yesterday, Urs, is we're going to put a 300 engine in the Disco Inferno. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about it. But now you've reminded me. So goddammit, that's exactly what we're gonna do as soon as we figure out what's busted on the Saturday Night Fever. Oh, there we go. No critical damage. Just need to repair the structure. We had a 315. I don't remember if I've put it into anything. Let's see. We'll have to figure out how we can do that. Because, yeah, we have a 300 and we have a 315. And it looks like the maximum that we can put in it is a 325. So if I put a 325 in it, that's going to put you 5 tons overweight. If we put the 300 in, it's only going to put you 1.5 tons overweight, which we can easily get rid of by dropping a jump jet and maybe another jump jet or two. I mean, I like keeping the jump jets because the Firestarter is a nimble jumper. And for the record, this will take you up to a 10-15 on your speed. I'm just trying to think, how do we get rid of 1 ton? Because we could drop the ECM suite, but having immunity to sensor locks is really, really good. For you, at least. Because then they're not able to remove your evasion with sensors. Let me see. What do I have you in general quarters? We had you in a hunchback, but since we turned those into trainers, I don't think we have given you an official mech yet. The Kung Fu does some extra kick stability damage. We used to have one on both legs, and then the entire left side of the Disco Inferno got blown up in a duel, and we lost that. But I just keep it on here because it doesn't weigh anything, so it doesn't hurt us to keep it on there. And there are other versions that do more damage. So like there's this version that does 5% and weighs nothing. There's another version that does 10% more stability and it weighs 1 ton. There's one that does 15% and it weighs 2 tons, and so on. So they have different levels. I mean, maybe we just drop 2 more jump jets. And there we go, 300 engine. And you are still getting 20% more jump range, so it's not terrible. Delta is still -4, so you're still good on the heat. Yeah, 2 jump jets are not worthless on a Firestarter because the Firestarter gets a bonus to its jump jet range. So, yeah, I mean, again, I told you we'd put a 300 in it. We put a 300 in it. You challenged, and I answered. I'm still trying to figure out what weapon system we could potentially put in to get more damage, but less weight. And I'm thinking that the answer is heavy small lasers, because they weigh less, but that's going to put your heat through the roof, though, I think. Yeah, because that's double the heat for not a whole lot of increase in damage. The triple strength will give it more damage in melee. The only problem is it's going to increase its heat by quite a bit, and it weighs a lot. And again, our heat efficiency is just about neutral. Like, the fact that we're able to fire this many pulse lasers at heat neutral without additional heat sinks is pretty impressive. Although, to be fair, if we really wanted to, I could go, you know, hey, let's stick a double heat sink in it, and then that's going to improve our heat efficiency even more. Because the doubles in the engine will do better. Yeah, so we can throw in a double heatsink kit just to improve the efficiency, but I still think we have the problem because, again, the pulse laser does 25 damage for 6 heat. The small heavy laser does 30 damage for 12 heat. So we're doubling our heat, but we're only gaining 5 damage. And that's at the cost of, rather than having really high accuracy because we ignore evasion with the pulse lasers, with the heavy lasers, we actually take a minus 3% penalty to accuracy. So, like, these are going to be less accurate, they're going to have less range, they're going to generate more heat, and they're not going to do that much extra damage. I mean, if I was going to replace it for the tonnage, I would just put regular ER smalls in it. Because the ER smalls still have evasion ignore. But they don't have the range penalty, they don't have the extra heat buildup, so yeah. I thought about doing micro lasers, but unfortunately the problem with the Firestarter is it's kind of limited by its hard points. Like, we have already maxed out all the hard points on this thing. Now what I was thinking, if you look at close range damage, so the pulse lasers do 25 damage. If we hit with all of them, we're doing 150 damage. If we were to put just 2 heavy medium lasers, we're doing 100 damage alone with just that at a fraction of the heat. But again, the problem with that is the massive penalty to accuracy. Like, heavy lasers are just inaccurate as shit for some reason. Like, I don't understand why lasers are inaccurate, but heavy lasers are inaccurate because the game says so. Because they had to balance them some way, otherwise heavy lasers would just be objectively better in every way. But yeah, so again, we put... You're not firing anything at range, but again, with that accuracy penalty, even if it's you, it's going to make it a lot harder to hit things. And you're already going to have a hard enough time hitting things because you're so... Like, you go so fast that you already have issues hitting things with pulse lasers. But we'll go ahead and validate this up. Again, I wanted to answer the challenge and put the 300 engine in the Disco Inferno, which we have now done. So it's even faster than it was before. I don't think, other than the storm... What was it? It was the Ebon Jaguar. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and put that puppy together.
Ready to fight, Commander.
And I think that was the only mech that we were able to put together this time around. I'm pretty sure. Because we're close on a summoner. If we get one more summoner part, we'll be able to put one of those together. Oh, it was the demon. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. But was there anything else? Was there anything else? I don't think so. I do not think so. BATTLETECH? There we go. Alright, let's go to the vehicle bay, because the demon, to me, just seems like a better version of the Rommel. Although the Rommel has a lot more armor. And we do kind of face tank with the Rommels sometimes. I know that's not what you're supposed to do with vehicles, but I do that with our vehicles sometimes. But yeah, replacing the medium lasers with, like, some streak SRMs and medium pulses, that's a lot more potential damage. Okay. It's just, again, at the risk of being easier to destroy some. I don't know, we'll store it for now. Maybe we'll find a use for it down the road. That for now, we'll just put it in storage. As for the mech bay, what variant of Ebon Jaguar do we have here? Again, noticing some commonality in the clan mech designs here. I said this before, Karas, I think I said it last stream, but I challenged myself to try to find a way to use the Piranha. Which, if you don't know, the Piranha is a 20-ton mech, but it has 12 support weapon slots in the torsos. So you can put an insane amount of very small weapons into a Piranha. And even with its base engine, which I think is a 180, it's 1115 in terms of how fast it can move. And if you put all clan flamers in it, you can cook just about any mech in 1 or 2 turns. Like, you can burn up just about anything. Unless it's sinking like 50 or 60 heat over a turn, you will cook just about anything. It's extremely effective against clan mechs because most clan mechs run hot by default. Oh yeah, no, the piranha is made of paper mache. ER micros I considered as well, but again, we don't have the equipment to do it. But one day we're gonna have enough of those ER micros or the clan flamers, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Alright, AFP, good to see you again, as always. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Hopefully you had a good time, and we will see you next time. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your weekend. I mean, a 6.9 is still pretty fast, but yeah, it's not fast enough to keep the piranha from dying the first time it gets hit. The Ebon Jaguar is not bad. I just don't know if it's something that we need right now, to be honest with you. But because it's already in one piece, I mean, there's no reason not to just stick somebody in it and let's go. Because we still have more on the raid here. I have no idea how many more missions are going to come up for this. I do want to finish out the flashpoint for today, before we end the stream. So I'm hoping it's not too many more missions, because we've been going for a while and they just keep coming. And Bland-Aid gifting a sub to Zombie Wolf 9000. That's a hell of a name. Zombie Wolf, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. Hopefully you enjoy the Ecto Cooler Kool-Aid. And Bland-Aid, thank you for gifting the sub to the community. As always, you do not have to do that, but we appreciate it greatly. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting the stream, and supporting the community. It means a lot. It absolutely does. Hover over the planet. All right, why are we hovering over the planet? Will it tell me? Oh, well, look at that. Jade Falcon forces -1. So, does that mean that we won? Like, if they have -1 forces, then they don't have anything to fight with, right? Alright, well, let's go ahead and wait. Maybe they're gonna tell us we won. Hey, look at that. The Lyran Commonwealth drives the remaining forces Clan Jade Falcon had on the surface of Claremont, leaving you to celebrate victory with your crew and with a bonus from your employer. Acknowledged. And our service has been exemplary, says the Lyran Commonwealth representative. So I think that finally puts us at the point where we could potentially ally with Steiner. So let's see what we got. We got a tank airdrop beacon, very nice. We got a light autocannon too, so nothing outstanding here, but I'm not gonna say no to free stuff. Well, there we go. We finished out a flashpoint. So I guess that begs the question, do we actually want to consider allying with Steiner now that we have the ability to do so? And more importantly, are they going to give us access to the faction store even though we're not allied? Yeah, it's not going to. Because unfortunately, I think in BTA, you have to ally with a faction before they give you access to the faction store, with a few exceptions. Obviously, like Twycross and things like that, you can buy stuff from them, but you have to be allied. Like, if you want to buy from the Steiner store, you have to be allied with Steiner. Let me see. LRM carrier. How many? LRM 20s with the Artemis. That's a lot of missiles. Manticore. A Manticore is definitely nothing to sneeze at. LRM 10, PPC. It's kind of expensive for the firepower you get now. And yeah, I did see the long time truck, or the long time train, or whatever the hell you want to call that. The big ass long time. Look, I know you guys want a long time. I want a long time too. But we already bought one. We have one in the hold. The problem is we don't have anything we can mount it on. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of those rail cannons from World War II. It's a big-ass gun. It's... Chat, why do you do this to me? Why you do this to me, chat? I mean, technically we're in a system where we're gonna get really good prices on everything that we sell. I tell you what. How much do we get for the long time that we have? We're gonna get 500k for the cannon. We'll get another 500k for the artillery piece. You say that. You say that, Bland-Aid. You say 2.7 is nothing. We're drowning in money. All it takes is 1 or 2 bad missions, and all that money goes down the drain. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell the cannon, because we're never gonna use it. We might use the artillery someday, especially if we get a Jotun. But we're not gonna use the cannon. I'm gonna sell it. Now, having done that, I shouldn't, because of the tonnage limit. Because this is effectively, so keep in mind, we are trading a 55-ton ballista for a 95-ton long tom. But I will do it because Mara has been putting in that work and may deserve it. I'm not happy about it because that's a lot of freaking money. But I'm gonna do it.
New battle-max available.
There, we did it. It's done. You can't undo it. Well, I mean, we can, but we're gonna lose a bunch of money if we do. So there you go. There's your big-ass gun and all its glory. It's clipping through the Argo. Yes, Mara is not only a vehicle pilot, but can only pilot vehicles. And we have had them in a ballista for a very, very long time. And they've been doing outstanding work with this ballista. So don't get me wrong, like there's nothing wrong with the ballista. But a long time is a long time. I hope you're happy, Chet. We just spent 3 million C-bills on a long time. We'll take it for a test spin, I promise. In the meantime, Darius was complaining in the barracks about people with experience, so let's take care of that.
Yes, Commander.
Of course, I feel like he complains about that after every mission, even when it's not actually true, so, you know, take that for what it is.
Mech warrior training complete.
Standing by.
Let's see. Dark Sarah, hey, look at that. You're ready for your next level of tactics. Outstanding. Take. BattleTech. Click the button. There we go.
Training confirmed, Commander.
For some reason, there's like a lag sometimes.
Yeah.
Devious is good. Game Master is actually ready to level up again, so let's go ahead and finish out
Training
Guts.
complete.
I think, is Game Master? No, Game Master is not, in fact, one of our original pilots. We hired them very, very early in the campaign, but they were not one of our first pilots. Unfortunate.
Good to go.
Orders.
Graveline, you're not quite there yet. We know the commander's good. Kailania is ready for the next level of Guts. Let's go ahead and do that.
Complete.
Right.
Lemur, let's see if we can get you up to where you should be on your skills. Let's ditch tactics and go gunnery for now. More accuracy for rookies is always good.
Confirmed, Commander.
Let's see, who's up next?
How might I help?
Mara, look at that. Mara's ready for the last level of tactics. You love to see it.
I'm here.
We got Ost, who is done with gunnery, is now working on tactics.
Mech warrior training.
And they're almost ready for that next level of tactics. If we give them one more mission, they might make it.
How can I help?
Rex, you're not quite there. Sierra's not quite there. Thanosi's not quite there. Typhoon finally maxing out on Guts.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And Erst,
Come,
of
Nerevar,
course,
friend or traitor, come.
laid out in a hospital bed. Not really getting much in the way of experience this stream. And we could do that now that we have a lot of mechs, now that we have a sizable chunk of money, and we just finished up a big win for Steiner. Let's see. Well, let's have a look at the mech bay for starters. Because again, we got a lot of mechs up here. We got to figure out what we're gonna do with them all. So we got our trainer mechs. I kind of need to organize these by, like, what are the mechs that are spoken for, and what are the mechs that are just kind of loose and out there that anyone is allowed to drive. It's like, all these are spoken for. Actually, the rotary dial is also spoken for. So these are just kind of community property. Village bicycle, so to speak. And we got a couple of first-time chatters in the chat. Obese Lobster, good to see you. Glad you could make your way over here from the YouTubes. Glad you could join us for a live stream. We're quite a ways into the live stream, but of course, if you're coming in from the YouTubes, we are many, many hours ahead of the current series, so you might be a little bit lost about where we're at and what's going on, but if you have any familiarity with BTA, you should be able to catch up pretty quick. And Full Turbo, having a chuckle at the Conan. Yeah, that's our resident barbarian Erst. He likes to hit things. Hard. Not always with something sharp. But good to see you. Glad you guys could join us on a Saturday. Hopefully you're having a good weekend so far. Spoken for mechs and ones that are loose. Yes. I mean, if you want to take it that way, Karos. Yes. But yeah, we have our Hunchback trainers that we basically just use for our rookies. We've also got a Stormcrow that doesn't really have an assigned owner. And then we got this Ebon Jaguar that we just put together. I don't know if we'll actually use this for training purposes. Yeah. I still gotta figure out what to do with an Ebon Jaguar. I'm not sure what role it's really supposed to fill. But we can look at that sometime down the road. And Bolo gifting 5 subs, smacking some pokes in the face with some gift subs. Catching some random folks, but I see H-Mods in there as well, who occasionally stops by the stream. So Bolo, thank you so much for the gift subs once again. Between you and Sierra, you guys are insane, but thank you so much for supporting the stream, supporting me. And if you got a gift sub and you're out there lurking, be sure to thank Bolo for the generosity. Disco backs? Now, if you're talking about like the 4P hunchback, no, we haven't found any of those. We actually have not come across that many hunchbacks in general. We've only gotten a couple over the course of this campaign. Yeah, but since somebody suggested it, let me do a poll. Let me do a poll. I'm gonna drop a save first, just in case something goes wrong. But let me do a poll. A piggity poll. Let me see. Sorry, chat. Again, one of these days, I'm gonna learn how to do a poll from the command line, but it's not today. Today is not the day that I'm gonna figure that out. Let's see. Do the poll, new poll. Sorry, I'm having trouble spelling all of a sudden. Sorry, give me a second. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna give you jokers 2 minutes to decide. And if you don't see it, refresh your stream and you should see the poll. Essentially, I'm asking, where do you think we should go next? Because we've been in clan space for quite a while. I would say probably 4 or 5 streams at least. So we've spent a good 10 to 15 hours of real-world game time in clan space, beating up on Jade Falcon, beating up on Clan Wolf. It's been very lucrative. It's been very profitable for us. But there are other places in the galaxy that are very interesting. And again, now that we're in the mid-game, we're getting closer to the end game, we can start thinking about, what factions do we want to ally with? How do we want to affect the overworld map? I'm just putting some choices up there. Essentially, do we want to stay in clan space? Do we want to continue to beat up on the clanners and steal their technology and use it against them? Do we maybe want to go back to Solaris? It's been a little while since we visited the arenas, and I'm sure we'd be able to show them some brand new types of hurt now that we have some new toys to play with. I'm sure the Disco Inferno would be quite a surprise compared to the last time we were on Solaris. We could always head to Clan Ghost Bear Space, or you can just leave it up to me and let me figure it out, but honestly, that's a cop-out, because I'm asking you guys because I don't really care. Like, there's costs and benefits to everywhere that we could fight, and I'm not super picky. Now, I will let you know, and I'm not going to say it until after the vote is done, because I don't want to potentially affect the vote. Alright, so the people have spoken, and it looks like we're headed to Solaris. Now, having said that, the part that I did not tell you guys, and it may actually work out for you in the end, is I want to ally with my homeland, obviously, but I do want an Axeman. So Erst, I know you said you were a Rasselhag man, and again, I'm not against allying with them. They're a small faction, they're an underdog faction. We could definitely put in some work for them. But since the people have spoken, and the people want Solaris, it's time to tell you about a little mod that I downloaded and installed in addition to BTA. And that is the Unlimited Game Worlds Contract mod. Which basically means when you go to Solaris, instead of there only being one of each Game World contract, they're unlimited, so we can buy as many as we want. That means we can go hog wild crazy on Solaris if we really, really want. And we already know we have some really good dual mechs, so that might be extremely lucrative for us. So, I'm not saying that we're going to stay in Solaris. I'm not saying that we're going to make Solaris our home. But it'll be fun to get out that way and make some money. Speaking of, let's start taking that trip, shall we? And Mills, getting a gift sub from Bolo. Thanks, Mills, for joining us on a Saturday. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. And of course, thanking Bolo for the gift sub that they gave you. Welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. And do please enjoy your Ecto Cooler. You can find it in the back, right next to the poison. I mean, the extra flavor. Now, where is Solaris? It's down here somewhere, right? I always forget where exactly it is. I hear? Because it's showing us planets we've already been to. There we go. So it's going to cost us 400k. It's going to take 36 days to get there. If you find a Lance variant of the Volk, can I make a request? I don't even know where to find that. It's a relatively new addition, isn't it? Kairos? I remember seeing it in one of the recent updates for the patches, but I don't remember where to find it. Only Solaris. Okay, all right. Well, let's get the travel underway for starters. So I suppose your request is gonna be, can I please make that happen? Is that your request? Lay it on me. What do you got, Kairos? I don't even know what the Volk is, if I'm being perfectly honest. I assume it's some kind of Solaris brawler mech. It's the most ridiculous meme machine. Well, if it's a meme machine, are you sure it's not tied to the community content? Because I have found that most of the, like, meme-y type of mechs tend to be community content. Whoops, sorry. My bad. There you go. Ah, what are you talking about? She's got autopilot. Sumere's got autopilot. Hey, here we go. New holovids! The Argo's current budget includes a line item for crew entertainment, so after polling the morning briefing for preferences, Darius placed an order. Soon, a shipment of popular new holovid chips from New Exford arrives. Yeah, the popular new holovid chips. You know exactly what they're talking about, don't you, chat? A mix of action, historical drama, horror, screwball comedies, and animated features, and then there in small fine print it says, and special adult entertainment. Circulate the chips amongst the crew, host a mass viewing. We also have the lounge to schedule a holovid night. And we could reserve the private screening room for senior staff. I'm not gonna do that again. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. We're going to do just the regular lounge. We're going to schedule a holovid night and give everybody an opportunity to watch stuff. Darius instructs his staff to convert the lounge into one massive holovid theater one night each week. For the next showing, a random draw from the chip stack schedules an episode of the popular comedy series Minor Major. Ost spends the entire episode saying the hammy one-liners one beat before the actors, much to Darksera's frustration. I mean, honestly, I don't like it when people do that either. So Ost gains high spirits for 30 days, and Darksera gains low spirits for 14 days. I mean, really? Really, Darksera? You're gonna let this man keep you down for 2 weeks just because he was talking over the movie? Like, I have been to movie theaters where people did that, and I didn't feel bad about it for 2 weeks after. I'm just saying. Like, it was irritating, and I went home and had a beer, and I never thought about it again. Well, glad you're having a good time, Rex, even if you are just lurking. I've told you 1,000 times before, it's fine if you lurk. You just being here and watching the stream and having a good time is all that matters. So there's our 1.3 million C-bill payday for you guys. 700K on payroll right now, you donkeys. You're costing me almost 1 million C-bills a month now. I hope you're happy. Alright, let's see this link. Now that I'm not dealing with an event, let's have a look at this Volk. I mean, if you throw the equivalent of boobs on that, I've seen some anime art that looks very reminiscent of that.
Grades you asked for are online, Commander.
Just saying. Alright, the upgrade for the machine shop is done, so I think that leaves us with the training module, which I said we were going to do next, but then I kind of had the grumble moment about the drop tonnage. Unfortunately, this is 1,000,000 C-bills for only 50 tons. I don't want to spend all of our frickin' money before we get to Solaris. I mean, do we really need that 700, 800 ton drop limit when we're going to be doing duels for a while? Eh. Nah. I tell you what, I wasn't necessarily going to do the med bay thing first, but now that I think about it, because we're going to be spending some time in Solaris, it might not be a bad idea to help our people get healed up better. But I still kind of want to do the training module. Again, it's cheap and it's fast. Let's just go ahead and get it started. How's it say? We're going to finish it pretty quickly after we get there, too. It does prevent people from dying, which, I mean, ultimately I want the lethality to be high. That's part of the reason, but again, it's only a 5% chance, so it's not like, you know, nobody's gonna die now. Lots of piracy. It's weird, it's almost like when everybody's at war with everybody else, the pirates come out to play. Yeah, and obviously, as our pilots get more points and guts, regardless of whether they're specialized in it, they will be harder to kill. So, like, that's also why it's kind of a big deal when we lose a veteran pilot, because if they have all those reductions to lethality and then they still die, that's kind of a big deal. Alright, here we are. It is March of 3065, and for the first time in probably a couple of in-game years, we are returning to Solaris to show the folks of the arena, good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Let's see what we've got in the store, because we always have to do that when we come to Solaris. Holy shit, they have a hunchback for sale. I mean, I kind of want to buy that on general principle. I know we can't afford it right now, but never say never. Of course, they've got the Mantis, because they've always got the Mantis. They've got the Valiant. No Volk, though. No Volk. Not this time, at least. Oh, man. Don't even get me started. I wish... The icing on the cake would be if we could get some motherfucking Duncan Fisher announcements on every Game World contract. Man, that would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. What's a fire drake? I don't know. Is there a fire drake here? I didn't see anything called a fire drake. What is a fire drake? I don't actually know what it is. Flamethrower SMG for battle armor. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Oh, is that the sword and shield? Is that what that is? Easy to pilot, X-Pulse, small X-Pulse. This one has a Gauss. What about this one? This has got snub-nose PPC, snub PPC, bunch of lasers. It doesn't look like either of these has the sword and shield. Yeah. Well, let's look at the weapon systems. Let's see if they've got anything down here that we actually care about. Again, Steiner space, so you're always gonna see some bombast lasers. We got another large X-Pulse. We lost one of these a long time ago and never found a replacement. We've also got some variable speeds. Those aren't terrible. It's really weird to not see the C next to everything. I mean, here's the MMLs. I said I was going to buy some when we found them, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's see. We got... Oh, there's an AC2, a Rack 2. It's kind of expensive. Very expensive for a Rack 2, but a Rack 2 could be fun for a light mech. And I am kind of tempted to buy more plasma rifles, because we've done some very fun things with plasma rifles. There's more snub-nosed PPCs. I always want to buy more of those. But let's see what else we got. Oh, mama. An Exchanger 2. Exchanger 2. Look at that. That's 15% less heat generation. Man, there's a lot of stuff I want to buy all of a sudden. And yeah, there we go. So the mod is clearly working. We have buttloads of Game World contracts that we can do. Let's see. We got hardened cockpits. We've got homing cockpits. Homing cockpits are actually nice because it stops your people from getting lost. A laser zoom array. These are actually really good. I'm going to take that. We got some light Pharaoh. Haven't seen light Pharaoh. Let's see. Oh, look. A machine gun FCS. Look, chat. We found it. Yay! Finally! Let's see. Let's see. What else? What else? Lots of ammo, I imagine. So they've got Einarch ammo, but then they don't actually have any Einarch launchers. That's kind of funny. And apparently just all of the mortar ammo. I think they're really disappointed. Oh! Rack 5 bins.
New equipment available.
I think the funny thing is, like, I always see Apollo ammo for MRMs, but I never see Apollo systems for the launchers. It's actually kind of really irritating. Oh, nice! SRM acid bins? We haven't seen these in forever.
New equipment available.
We had a mech that had some acid ammo, and then they got blown up. I think it was our Centurion that had them. And then the ammo bins got blown up, and we just never found any more. So glad to find some more acid ammo. That's actually really good in SRMs. So I think we have to buy the Exchanger too. That's way too good not to take. And then, is there anything else that's a must-have? I want the snubs. I want the rotary AC2. I want the Rack 2. I really do. Let me think. Tell you what, though. Let's hold off for now. Let's not spend all of our money. Because we're going to need some money in order to take Game World contracts anyway. So, what do you guys feel like first? Are we doing a light? Are we doing a heavy? Are we doing a medium? Are we doing an assault? I mean, I know the classic is the light solo. Oh, yeah, there we go. Erst has a thirst for blood and battle. Alright. So we'll do a solo light mech duel. For old time's sake. For old time's sake, we will give Erst his glorious return to the arena. Of course, we're gonna take maximum payout. Oh, shit, you're right. Erst is in the med bay. Son of a bitch. Erst? No, he's not. He's not. He got out of the med bay on the way here. Huzzah! We're saved. Yeah, no, really, Erst isn't actually out of medbay. He just, like, scrubbed the little assembly. Like, nope, we're good. We're good. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Again, for old time's sake. Yeah, Erst heard Solaris and ate his spinach. Let's see. Let's see if this is better or worse than the last time we were here. Because we got less jump jets, but we got a bigger engine. Bigger engine means go faster. Go faster means, well, more evasion mostly, but go fast is important. Go fast is very important. BattleTech, are you okay? There we go. I was gonna say, it shouldn't take that long to load a solo duel. The map is not gonna be that big. Correct. Shorter time to kill. It's you know, it's gonna be just like it's gonna be just like those hypersonic missiles that Russia invented, except they'll actually exist. And be effective. Wait, I didn't say that, did I? I said the quiet part out loud, I'm sorry.
Command interface initiated.
Make it a good show, says Darius. I believe we will. God, I feel like every other time we do a duel, it's this map. You know what? Let's not give him the advantage of elevation. Oh, yeah, okay. What are you packing? Another mantis. Alright. Well, just remember, the thing is, when we're dealing with anyone in Solaris, as much as Erst probably wants to get in and just smack the crap out of everybody, remember that the advantage that Solaris combatants have that we don't is that they get some pretty beefy buffs to their melee damage. Yeah, brawler buffs. Kicks, punches, and DFAs deal 35% more damage. DFA self-damage reduced by 50%. So this is a skill, but pretty much all of them have it.
Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor, come.
But of course, we already know what comes next, don't we? Do we defensive formation? Activate in order to get a 20% flat damage reduction regardless of cover or positioning. The damage reduction lasts for 2 turns. I mean, if we can use it straight out the gate, I think there's no reason not to. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go smack this dude in the face. Well, technically we're gonna smack him in the side of the face, but you get the idea. Let's make it hot.
A noble blow indeed.
So there's the kick, and here comes the full alpha. You love to see it. Did not melt the armor quite as much as I thought it would. But thankfully, because we did the melee,
friend or traitor, come.
We knocked him back in initiative phase, which means now it's time to literally do the exact same thing, but from behind. Or maybe not, because he has positioned himself so that we cannot get directly behind him. But we're going to kick him, and we're going to full alpha him again.
A noble blow indeed.
There's another kick, and the alpha. Oh, yes.
Farewell, sweet Nerevar.
Farewell indeed. An outstanding and very quick end
Mission successful.
to Erst's glorious return to the arena. We have a victor. Leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it. I'm gonna get that soundbite. I'm gonna play it every time we win a freaking arena mission. Yeah, that man's did not even get 2 turns. You took a turn, hit him, knocked him back in initiative phase, immediately took another turn, shot him in the back, and blew him up. That man got to move one time. And for our trouble, we now have 1.2 million additional C-bills. Well, technically, it's only like 800k because we had to spend 450k on the contract, but you get the idea. That is indeed about half of a long time. So yeah, there you go. That is the other reason that I love Solaris and I love Game World contracts, because duels are very, very quick, and they are either it's going to go really, really well or it's going to go really, really badly, and you're going to know real fast one way or the other. So like you don't end up in this thing where it's like, okay, now we're going to spend an hour walking 30 miles up a mountain to kill this one fucking tank that's been shooting at me the entire mission. Like, nah, you get in there, you kill the guy, you eat the cookie, you smoke the butt, you get up in the morning and you go to fucking work, alright? Yes, that was a Dennis Leary quote. Or my best approximation of one. So back to the store. Let's go buy another contract, shall we? I am not gonna buy another long time. Don't even put that. Do not put that mojo on me, Ricky Bobby. What category? Okay, there we go. All right, so we do. What are we doing next, chat? What are we doing next? I mean, we could do another light one. We could give Erst another round. I mean, we got. Don't forget, we got the Eddie Laser Hands. Got the Eddie Laser Hands, we could do Assault. I mean, don't forget, we still got the Diet Awesome. That's a pretty beastly heavy make. Roll up each class, I mean, we could. The only thing is, and I kind of feel bad in the light mech class, because the only real dueling light mech that we have is a Disco Inferno. And, like, I want to give more than just one or two pilots some time to shine in the arena. So maybe you know what? I got an idea. Let's do this. We're going to go duo duel medium mechs.
New equipment available.
And you're thinking, why the hell are you doing that? Don't worry, I got this. The reason I'm doing this, and we'll go max payout again. We're always going to go max payout on these, by the way. The reason I'm going to do that is because this is actually the perfect opportunity for us to put in our rookies and let them go to town. Because we can send them in pairs, in their hunchbacks, and let them just wreck shop. And it's a good team building exercise. Nothing builds up teamwork like getting shot at. Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's fair. I didn't think about that. We do kind of need to... We need to consider that the pilots are going to be fighting are actual badasses, so maybe that's not a great idea. That's okay. We already bought the contract, so what do we got in the medium class? Does a rifleman count as a medium, or is that it? Nah, that's a heavy, that's right. Medium is 40 to 55. Alright, well, you know what? We happen to have a dervish brawler that's really, really beefy. Oh, so maybe we send in the RKO. We send in the RKO and we use the Stormcrow with the AC2s. Does that count as heavy? No, it doesn't. That's still within the lance. So, RKO, that was Typhoon, I believe. And who was in the Stormcrow last time? I don't think we had like an assigned pilot for the Stormcrow now that I think about it. But who did we put in it last? Was it Dark Sarah? Tell me your secrets. It was, in fact, Dark Sarah. Alright, we're gonna put you in then. Alright, once again, let's make it hot. We could, in fact, launch a nuke in the middle of Solaris. The only problem with doing that, though, is 1, the money, and 2, most of the Solaris arenas are small enough that we would probably kill everything, including ourselves. I mean, don't forget, we got the Eddie Laserhands, we got Rex, who is a very experienced combatant that we can put in it. The Eddie Laserhands is that assault. Nuke the grandstands. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we could do that, like, one time, and then they'd never let us back in, but it'd be a cool story to tell around the campfire. The campfire that we have to live at because we're going to spend the entire rest of our lives on the run from Steiner because we nuked a bunch of civilians in an arena. With cool story, though. Like, yeah, remember that one time? But we dropped a Davy Crockett right in the middle of the stands at that arena match and everybody died? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Good times, good times. Alright, let's see what we're up against.
Command interface initiated.
I love that Darius is like, oh, there's 2 of them, be careful. Like, bruh, we picked a 2-on-2 contract. I'd be disappointed if there weren't 2 of them.
On my way.
Alright, there's our enemy contact. 45 and 45. Alright, we can make that work. For some reason, the Stormcrow is actually faster than the Dervish. Even though the Dervish is the brawler, because Battletech. Just Battletech things. Let's reserve down to 1 and see what they do. Yeah, they're gonna do the same thing. Of course they are.
Aye, aye. I'm receiving you.
But that's okay, because that lets me do what I want to do, which is move forward with our SRM brawler. And there is... Okie dokie, so we got some Phoenix Hawks. One of them's got a PPC and a large laser. The other one has a large X-pulse. Alright, well there you go. But once again, no reason not to use this right out the starting gate. But we're not quite close enough to fire the missiles, so we'll have to wait on that one. Oh. He's taking the high ground, Anakin. Which one? Oh, is it this one? 600? Holy sweet Jesus in the morning. Yeah, I think that's a bug. It says it has 1500 armor, but it's supposed to have 600? I'm not sure why it... I mean... Unless that's just the spawn protection. That might just be the spawn protection.
Standing by.
Alright, well now that we've actually got a visual on these guys, we can start to put the hurt on them. Even though that dude is extremely fast. We might have a problem with them being extremely fast, at least until we get the Dervish up on them. I don't think it's really worth it, because we don't have great shots either way. Maybe we get lucky and wing them, though. Yeah, we got 1 hit. That's something. Yes, that's right. Come closer. I want to hit it with my sword.
Barely hit, Commander. Hot damn, let's do this.
Apparently, somebody's very excited about this.
Orders.
Alright, so this guy didn't actually move enough to really build up any evasion, and that's gonna definitely work in our favor. However, I want to get an angle where I can actually hit the dude. And god damn it, we already got a jam. Jesus Christ.
On the move.
If there's one thing I hate about clan autocannons, it's that. It's like, hey, do you like shooting? Because fuck you, you're gonna jam every other shot.
We'll go.
Yeah, maybe the AC2s aren't quite what we need for Solaris. I think they know it too.
Standing by.
Alright, so who's getting the full alpha first? I think our boy with no evasion needs to get it first. If we fire, what's our heat look like? Yeah, we're not gonna be able to Battle Lord without overheating, so let's just go ahead and hit them with the full alpha. Now, does this donkey still have 1500 armor? Is that what's going on here? Like, did that bug actually stick?
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Holy shit, it did. You gotta be kidding me. Chad, I think we might have got screwed. Oh, is that what it is? It's hardened armor. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was like, why? Why so much armor, though?
Moving out.
Well, then I think we definitely don't want to shoot at that guy, then. We want to shoot at this guy. Even though, I mean, he's got 6 evasion, though. That's the problem. Yeah, I'm trying to get him behind him. The only problem is they're much more maneuverable than we are.
Affirmative.
And we're not quite doing sadly, the AC2s are not doing enough stability damage to actually knock these guys down, which is what I was hoping we could do. And the RKO is taking some hits, which is not good. Well, good to see you, Mara. Glad you could join us out here for the Saturday stream. Glad you had a good time. And hopefully we will see you next time. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your weekend, and we will catch you on the next stream, hopefully.
I'm here.
Alright, here we go. We made it. We made it, chat. But we can't precision strike. Son of a bitch. Alright, we gotta go in. We gotta go in. We gotta go in and give him the business.
Location confirmed.
I'm gonna see if we can get this guy to, like, body block.
Come on, people, let's make it happen.
Alright.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, Dark Sarah, can you actually get up high? No, you cannot. Son of a bitch. Alright, so we're not going to be able to get elevation because we can't actually get up on this plateau from the backside. So the only other option we have is to get closer. The only problem with that is we have a minimum range on the AC2s that we have to contend with. So one way or another, it's going to be gross. I think we gotta move closer. We'll have to shoot at this guy, even though we're not really gonna be able to hit him. Yeah, the accuracy is super low on this guy. But he has turned his back to us. So we might get lucky. And then my hope is we can take the Stormcrow, move him a little farther back, actually get out of the minimum range next turn. Well, we'll try it. We will try it.
On enemy's rear.
There we go. We did get a hit on the rear armor. I was hoping for a few more hits than that, though. That's an owie. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. He's overheating, though.
Waiting for orders.
Which, I mean, if he's gonna overheat, then you already know. Give him the business. Oh, do we get him behind him? So how does the hardened armor work? Because, like, we could do this. But I don't think, yeah, like on the melee side, we can't actually get around to the rear. We can only get from the side armor. And I want to keep meleeing the guy because we desperately need to keep him from running away. Let's do it. So we got a breach, but where was the breach is the question. Alright, so we breached on the leg and the arm.
Yes, Commander.
So then I think we roll back. Nope, that's not good. There we go.
Confirmed.
And then, again, we're basically jamming at least one of these every single turn. I don't know why the other guy's running away, but I'm gonna let him because we kind of need him to go away so we can focus down his boyfriend here. Like, we're having to chew through a shitload of armor to get to the structure on this thing. Okay, that was the leg and the arm. So homeboy's gonna take a dirt nap. And if he doesn't crit himself to death, we are absolutely gonna smack the crap out of him next turn. Oh, here it comes. Yep. Yep. That hurt.
Damage critical.
Yeah, I know. We're doing what we can.
Receiving you.
So you already went. I think we do this. We do the cheese. We back up to break line of sight. Well, first of all, if we do defensive formation, is that going to stop us from doing precise strike? It probably will, right? Because you can only use one ability per turn. Because I want a precise strike to, like, try to take this guy out. If we move back to here, what's our accuracy like? Only 65%. Shit. And if we move back here, we don't even have a shot. Alright. That is unfortunate. So if we move here... I mean, I don't think he can actually see us is the thing. So my thinking is if we can just break away from him, he'll have to shoot at the Stormcrow, which is fine, because the Stormcrow hasn't really taken any damage. Yeah, we could do that too. The only problem is the line of sight. So if I get up on the hill, then we can't actually see this dude to hit him. And I want to take him out. Like, I don't want to give him the opportunity to get back up. So I think we'll keep him low for now. It's not ideal, but...
Copy that.
It's the smart move to take this guy off the field. I think we go for the center torso. We'll hit him with everything we got. And we did not get the kill. That is outrageous. I cannot believe that. I believe you can sprint and use abilities. Yes, do please take some shots at the Stormcrow. We've got more armor on that.
No retreat. Aye, aye.
So now that you've moved forward, we can actually block line of sight from your partner,
Affirmative.
full back, and then take some shots. Let's do it.
Target locked.
Standard engine crit, but
That's
again...
gonna hurt.
Alright, you know what? I'll take an ejection. I will take an ejection. How the hell can you still see him? That is some bullshit right there. Your buddy's dead. Who's spotting for you?
Yes, Commander.
Alright, go ahead and stand up, Typhoon. Like...
All right.
Typhoon does not have line of sight to him, does? Oh, okay, it's the range. So we can see him, we just can't hit him. That was me misreading the information. Unfortunately, because we're missing a leg, there's not a whole lot that we can do. So I think we defensive formation to try to reduce the damage. and then we'll just we'll back up his mech as best we can.
Commander?
Aye, Dark Sarah. He does have a little bit of elevation on you, but we can use this to our advantage. We're gonna force him to come down off that hill. I'm not gonna let him sit up there the whole time.
Target confirmed.
So we'll take a few shots just to get his attention. See if we can get him to come down. Again, the BS is on full display here.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Yes, I'm aware, Typhoon, thank you.
I'm here.
I am fully aware of the situation, but you can only move one space at a time, I'm sorry. And I don't think that we can actually get you somewhere where he's not going to be able to hit you, so... maybe we punch out? I mean, that's not the ideal situation. Jump jets would be nice right about now. I mean, maybe we do the other thing and just get closer? Because we don't have the range, that's the problem. We don't have the range to shoot, so getting closer doesn't benefit us. Moving away doesn't benefit, because he can see down, like, into this little crevice. I don't think we survive another turn, to be honest with you. But there's not a lot that we can do right now.
Come on, people, let's make it happen.
Like I said, the only thing I can do is hope that we can, like, get a lucky shot or possibly get very, very close and hope that the Stormcrow draws his fire. But the problem that I'm having here is I don't know if we can actually get up the hill this way or if we have to go up the same way that he did. Because my thinking is I have no problem using the Stormcrow as bait and putting it right down here in front of him to make it a tempting target. But at the same time, it's AC2s. That's the other problem. So we can't, like, I'm pointing at the screen because I'm an idiot. So, like, there's a minimum range on the AC2s, which means we can't get too close or we can't actually do anything to him. So I don't think that getting close is the answer here. Like, I can put someone out here with 0 evasion and hope that that, like, can coax him into shooting at the Stormcrow, but I don't know if that will work. I'm just hoping that he'll shoot at the Stormcrow because it has no evasion, but there's not much else to be done, unfortunately.
Firing all weapons.
We'll just have to hope we get lucky. That's our only option. And hopefully Dervish can take one more hit. Oh, nice. Yes, please. I mean, I'm not cheering for our people to get shot, but I would much rather you shoot at the Stormcrow than the Dervish. Please continue to shoot at the Stormcrow.
Yes, Commander.
Because if you can give me the opportunity to get this RKO somewhere where you can't hit it, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen. Aye, aye.
And hey, look at that. We got another jam. You love to see it. Let's see. If we move here, we got 50%. If we move a little closer, we got 50%. If we move a little closer, we got 44%. If we don't move at all, we get 38%. So we move one space closer and somehow gain 20% accuracy. Alright?
Roger that.
Now, if I remember right, target prediction we can use, except it doesn't affect us. So using it is pointless. I was going to say we can use it without ending our turn, but it's not going to benefit us at all.
Confirmed.
Alright, there we go. There we go. That takes off one of the lasers.
Taking a critical hit.
What the hell are you doing? Alright.
I'm receiving you.
Not going to catch me complaining, but I'm not going to do the dumb thing. Let's just go ahead and vigilance. You're not really in a spot where we can do anything to you, so we'll just turn around and face the front armor.
No retreat.
Alright.
Standing by.
Come on, Dark Sarah, you got this. So if we go here, we got 26%. If we go here, 26%. 21%. Good lord. 21. Like, if we move farther away, does that increase our accuracy? No, it's decreasing it. Alright, alright. So if we move right here, that's still 26. So I think 26 is the best we're gonna get, and we just take precision shot
Moving out.
and hope that increases the accuracy enough that we can do something with it. Let her rip. I mean, I know we need to watch the ammunition, but at the same time, we gotta output as much damage as we possibly can on this guy.
Roger that.
See, this is, to me, this is much more entertaining because we're using pilots that aren't maxed out on all their skills and, like, they're not superheroes and all that. So they, like, there's an actual challenge here.
Orders.
Like, putting Erst in a duel in the Disco Inferno, that's easy money. We know we're gonna win 99 times out of 100. This? Not so much. And that's what I love. Let's put ourselves in these sticky situations and see if we can get out. I mean, we've taken more damage in this one engagement than we took in that entire flashpoint that we just did. We are in more danger in this one duel than we were during an entire flashpoint against the clans. This is what I live for in BattleTech. Alright, so if we don't move and we just shoot, that's 38% accuracy. I got a feeling if I move, that's only going to decrease. Yeah, 38's about as good as it's going to get. And we're not going to get much evasion. So maybe if I move around here, we don't have a shot. We don't have a shot. We do have a shot there, and that gives us 2 evasion, which isn't bad. We'll do it. We will do it. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep us down to just 3 ACs. We'll leave the other one off for now, just to conserve a little bit of ammo.
We'll go.
I mean, he's running out of armor. Oh, shit. He's going back down after the dervish.
Standing by.
He's going back down after the dervish. Do we try to come around the corner and meet him, and then, like, the second that he comes out, we just hit him with the SRMs and hope that he doesn't kill us in the process? Because they can only move 1 hex, so, like, we're not going to be able to just sweep around the corner and take him. But he might make a critical error. I am not 100% sure. Ugh. Because if we move back this way, he's going to see us right here. If we move forward, we might have... Yeah, the most armored is the left, so we kind of want to, like, point this direction. That's about the best we can do under the circumstances.
Order acknowledged. Hot damn, let's do this.
What is this guy's armor looking like? Because the center torso is breached, and he keeps intentionally pointing his front torso away from us.
Awaiting orders.
Like, the computer is actually playing a lot smarter than they normally do. But we can charge. Is it worth... No, it's a clan mech. Stop doing dumb shit. It's a clan mech. Don't go into melee with a clan mech. Good God. I'm out here about to get our people killed doing dumb shit. Let's see. If I do this... 44%. 44%. You know what? I think that plus a precise strike is absolutely worth taking. Let's see, we're there. If we go here, is that better or worse? It's the same. Okay, so we'll go here.
Copy that.
We'll precise strike. We'll use all 4 guns, and we'll give him the full alpha.
Copy that.
Whoa. Whoa!
One less target.
Chat. Chat, that was a hell of a fight right there. Like, I know you guys, I don't know how you guys were feeling about that, but that was some tense shit right there. Like I said before, this These kind of fights is what I live for in BattleTech. Where every move matters, and you make one wrong move and somebody's gonna be taking a dirt nap. Actually, Typhoon, I don't know if you got injured. I know the mech got screwed up, but I don't know if you actually took any injuries during that. But we'll see. I'm more interested to see how much it's gonna cost to get the RKO put back together. Yeah, I wish we got more money because it was a closer fight. That would be great. Yeah, see? You took no injuries, Typhoon. It was just the mech that got damaged. Yeah, heavy duels and assault duels, for that matter, are a very different animal. They are a very different animal. Because the mechs are a lot less squishy, so it comes down to how much firepower you can bring to the table and how accurate you are with it. Because usually, in a heavy and an assault duel, the person that can do the most damage the fastest is going to be the winner, whereas with lights and mediums, you can kind of evade around and dodge a lot of stuff. You can't really do that in an assault mech or a heavy mech. They don't get enough evasion for that. So basically, it just comes down to a slugfest. Whoever can put the most hurt downrange the fastest. Come on, Yang. Alright, let's go to the mech bay. Let's see what the damage is. Because we lost some actuators. I don't know if we actually lost any weapon systems, though. Yeah, we didn't actually lose any weapon systems. We lost the lower arm actuator and a leg actuator, and that's it. Relatively speaking, we made out damn good, because this could have been a whole lot worse than it was. That's for damn sure. So yeah, only 122k and 2 days to put this thing back together. So was definitely expecting more damage than that. I'm not going to complain. And again, Typhoon got out of it scot-free, not a scratch. Probably sweating bullets by the time he was done, though.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
You know what? You know what? It's been a little over 7 hours, and I do want to wrap up the stream, but we're gonna do one more. Because somebody brought up heavy mech duels. And in case you didn't know, the Diet Awesome just happens to be a heavy mech. And Walla says they did a thing. Does that mean you want link permission, Walla? Just one more, correct. Yes, we are going to do a heavy solo. And we're going to let the commander go hog wild nuts. Here is our heavy solo. We're going to buy one.
New equipment available.
Let's go to the command center. And of course, we're going to take maximum money. It's weird, though, because, like, the first contract paid out way more, and then now it's not really paying out that much. It's kind of strange. I don't know why it's suddenly paying out less. Alright. So we are going to put in the Diet Awesome. And of course, the commander is going to be the one at the helm. And let's see what we can do with some big guns. Oh, shit! Well, there you go, Quick. Glad that I could convince your friend, somehow, indirectly, to download the game. I think BattleTech is a fantastic game, so if I could help in some way to get your friend into it, and you guys can enjoy it together, then that's great. Glad I could help. Yeah, clearly the folks at Solaris, they were like, wait, Ernst is back? Quick. Pay this man. Pay this man. They heard Erst was back in town and they opened up the wallet. I agree, Akavas. Then again, you know, 40K has its appeal. I'm a fan of both universes, but I definitely prefer BattleTech over 40K. If I could only pick one, I would pick BattleTech. But then again, I've also been into BattleTech a lot longer than I've been into 40K, so I'm a little bit biased. Yeah, I agree, Erst. Both settings have their appeal, but like I said, if I had to pick one, if I could only pick one without the other, I would take BattleTech. Well, I don't know about living in. I think they'd both suck to live in, but at least there's something approaching happiness in the BattleTech universe, whereas 40K is just like, everyone is miserable all the time to varying degrees. But, you know, with 40K was effectively, what if they took a collection of heavy metal album covers and then made a game setting out of them? And then what does that setting look like 30 years later? Yes, Walla, you can show the thing. There you go. Alright, let's see. What do we got here?
Initiated.
Looks like we have a mech design of some description. An annihilator with apparently every medium X-pulse laser in the inner sphere. There you have it. That's a pretty big light show. You know, if you tune all the lasers to a different wavelength, it'll look like a disco ball. Oh, look at that! We're up against a mad dog, a vulture, it looks like. In the rain, in a city. Oh no, it's not raining, that's just the sound of the water feature. Let us indeed make it a good show. Sadly, I didn't get a good look at the guy, so we have no idea what kind of weapon systems he's packing. But, what I do know is the commander do be headshotting, so I think, let's see, how do we want to do this? I don't know if he's got linear firepower, so I will try to keep myself in cover with high evasion, at least until we know what we're up against. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for me. Okay, so he's going down the street. He's got a little elevation on us. I don't like that.
Standing by.
But it's not the end of the world. Oh, of course you're gonna give him the fucking... Of course you're gonna give him the goofy, oh, you don't have the clear line of sight. Like, eat a dick. Chew the bark off my big fat log.
On my way. Double time.
Alright, we'll give him one more turn. Oh, I know, if it's the mass driver version, we might be in trouble. That's why I'm keeping my distance. And I was also waiting for this. I was waiting for precise strike. So that I've got a clear line of sight. And I've got precise strike to take the headshot. Now let's see what we're up against. The Mod BA. Oh, Ultra AC-20s. That's probably not going to end well for you. If I can keep my distance, this guy's going to have a bad time.
Firing.
Alright, well no headshots that time, but that's okay. Oh, here it comes. Woo! Man. So if you didn't know,
Losing lots of armor. Commander.
the Ultra AC-20 ain't nothing to fuck with. So we're gonna play a little cat and mouse here, is what we're gonna do.
Going full throttle.
Because he will absolutely wreck our shit, because he's faster than we are. And those AC-20s are gonna hurt.
Let's go, let's go. Waiting for orders.
So, we can't just brute force this. I've still got to play it smart. We do have jump jets, though. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. The question is, do I really want to jump on top of a building when a guy with AC-20s is shooting at me? Oh, you know, you're not wrong. If we're close enough the next time he takes a shot, I might just charge him instead. I kind of want to get in between the buildings here. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so he did what I figured he was gonna do.
Ready for orders.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to melee him in this position, but we can, real quick, just do a pop-out shot. Hit him with the precise strike. We'll go for the headshot again. We might get lucky. Oh, there you go. And that is a duel.
Eliminated.
And mostly the reason that I wanted to do that is to show the difference between a very experienced pilot with a very duel-oriented mech versus rookies in a generalist design. Like, the Black Knight that we have, the Diet Awesome, is 100% built to take out single targets at extreme range. The same thing with Erst and the Disco Inferno. Like, it is designed to take down basically anything in its weight class up close and personal. Like, if you let the Disco Inferno get close, you are dead. The only way that you can beat it is to out-ton it or have, like, an AC-20 or something. And just about everything in the lightweight class is not going to have something that powerful. Yeah, anything in the lightweight class is generally not going to be packing an AC-20. But yeah, if we were to do that, then... This is true. The Black Knight can be built for every range, especially the AWS model. But this one specifically, I have built for long range, taken out, like, the choice targets. And like I said, that's the difference between an experienced pilot with a purpose-built mech and a couple of more rookie pilots that are just, you know, kind of piloting whatever. Like, you can absolutely build any mech to be successful in Solaris. You just have to know what to do. So yeah, that's mostly the reason that I wanted to do that. Yes, the Irby with the AC-20 is a joke to me. Because all I have to do is sprint away from it, and it will never fucking catch me. Like, don't get me wrong, if you let an AC-20 Irby get close to you, the only person you have to blame is you. Because it is so hilariously easy to stay away from an urban mech in just about any other mech in the game, that the only reason an Irby should ever catch you is because you're not paying attention. Yeah, and if it's got the AC-20, it's basically got no armor. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to finish out the day with a nice heavy duel where we make some decent cash. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and we'll fast forward real quick just to get through the ship upgrade and get the RKO back into one piece. More... Oh, well, there we go. Eigenwords. So apparently, the Falcon incursion ends on the ceasefire on Blair Atoll. Alright. So, I don't know if we helped that happen. Because we were over there in Steiner Space helping stop the Falcons. Oh, don't worry, Galmayer. We will definitely be doing more contracts. I'm just not going to do any more today, because again, we have been running for about 7.5 hours. I'm getting a little tired and a little hungry, because I haven't eaten today. So that's where I'm going to wrap up the stream for today. So we'll go ahead and drop a save. And then we'll quit out. Once the save actually finishes, of course. Come on, BattleTech. There you go. Well, there you go, chat. That's another great, successful day out here in the BattleTech universe, on the battlefields. We stomped some clanners, Wolf and Jade Falcon. We did ourselves a flashpoint. We helped out Steiner. We're now ready to potentially ally with them, if that's what we want to do. We finally upped our reputation with them enough that they're willing to ally with us. I don't know if that's what we'll do. There is some discussion, of course. I know our man's Erst, if we give him the opportunity, he's going to say, ally with the Republic. Ally with the Republic. Again, they're the underdogs. They're always going to be under attack, so there's always going to be flashpoints to do for them. We would definitely be busy if we decide to side with the Republic. They've always got a lot going on, so we will see. That's something to have a discussion about, is where do we take the campaign from here? I think we go back to Solaris. I mean, I gave you guys the option, but I did get the unlimited Game World contract mod just so that I would have the opportunity to spend some time getting some money with the Game World contracts, because I love the duels. Like the small scale, very quick and simple, go in, beat the brakes off the other guy, and then that's it. Like those are my favorite kind of engagements in BattleTech. Like, I can enjoy the longer stuff. But, you know, you sometimes have these missions that drag out for like an hour and a half, and I just, like, those kind of get on my nerves after a little while, so I prefer the duels that are over very, very quickly. Because then you kind of, like, you go in and you already know. Either you're going to win or you're not going to win. It's kind of like a puzzle. It's like, how do I beat this guy? With the mech and the pilot that I brought to the field, how do I beat this guy? Or how do I beat these two guys? Or whatever. So, like I said, that's the kind of BattleTech that I live for. To answer your question, Rhubarb, I do not plan to stream tomorrow. It's actually very rare for me to stream more than 2 days a week, and especially not 3 days back to back. So, I doubt very seriously that I will stream tomorrow, but never say never. Never's a long time. So it's always a possibility, but definitely don't hold your breath. Just you guys settle down. Settle down. Keep the knives in your sheaths where they belong, and keep your genitals in your pants. Down, boys, both of you. It's the end of the stream. We're supposed to be relaxing, not at each other's at each other's throats. Anyway. So again, we definitely got more options now. We have opened a lot of doors in BattleTech, so we can do a whole lot of things that weren't even necessarily possible 2 or 3 streams ago, and that's outstanding. With that being said, I do want to thank you guys for coming out, as I do, because as I've said many times before, the world is a roller coaster of challenges, and we don't have a whole lot of time on this planet. So for you guys to come out and spend your time with me on a Friday, on a Saturday, on a Wednesday, whatever day it is, that's what matters. I've said this 1,000 times before, and I'll say it 1,000 more. You guys are the reason I'm here. You guys are the reason that I'm doing this. And it doesn't matter if you sub, if you donate, if you just hang out and lurk in the chat for however long we're live. Just being here means more to me than I can possibly express with words. It absolutely means a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you for taking some of your limited time to spend it with me, spend it with this community, and make this stream and every stream an outstanding one. As always, you can catch me on the Twitter machine. That's where I do most of my posts for the updates on the stream about when I'm going to go live and just generally what's going on in my life. So follow me there if you're interested in keeping up with what I'm doing. I do also post on the BTA Discord the days that I go live, usually about an hour ahead of time. So keep an eye out there if you're subscribed. And for those of you that don't know, we do post the VODs for these streams on the YouTubes. It's a delayed schedule, but it's all there, so if you ever miss anything and you don't catch it on the Twitch VODs, you can always find it on the YouTubes eventually. Aside from that, again, for all of you that subbed, that gifted subs, that donated bits, thank you guys so much. And even the ones that just showed up and hung out, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Means more to me than I can ever express. And before I go, I want to remind you, like I always do, that your life has value and that the world is a better place with you in it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll catch you next time.